Today's question is straightforward. It's simple, harsh in some people's eyes. But the reason boss has to speak. The question is simple. Are Arsenal rightfully in the dock? Accusation. Gross bottlingness. Oh God. It's been hard to get my hands on people willing to stand up for the Arsenal. But the reason boss has got to speak, whether he's on his own or in the company of anyone brave enough to stand up and represent the Gunners. Let me be clear where I'm coming from before I go in search of a hardy Gunners fan. I watched, oh God, I watched Arsenal away to Fulham. Expecting Arsenal. I had 3 of them lined up in my fantasy league team called Tiddlywinks. Like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling where I'm coming from. I had 3 of them. Gabriel, Martin Odegaard, the captain, and wait for it. I've got the, oh God, Gabriel. Where's the goal? Jesus as a striker. Look almost I got run out of the football community. I was in serious breach and danger of being the laughing stock of the town. Oh God. Oh God. He didn't even get a start. Eddie Nketiah stood in his place. He may as well literally been standing still like a statue. Arsenal 1, Fulham 2. Oh God. If that was not one of the worst, most perplexing Premier League or any kind of footballing performances that I've seen from my beloved Arsenal, then my name is not the reason boss. My name is not Tiddlywinks. And this is not Rich Post Sports. Like, share, and subscribe. It's the Reason Boss podcast. I'm going to go in search of someone who can explain to me if and why Arsenal should not be considered bottlers, be considered lightweights when it comes to Premier League supremacy. Last season, let me be crystal clear. Let me be crystal clear. No Arsenal. I say. No Arsenal. No Premier League race. Manchester City, the monsters, had to pull out all the stops to catch Arsenal. But pull out the stops they did. While Arsenal, oh God, folded like a pack of cards at a card game full of card players. Oh God. I am going to go in search for the Reason Boss podcasts of an Arsenal fan who is willing to stand up. If I need to go in search of them from north to west, east, and back again to the south, I will go in pursuit. The North London Giants seem to have trembling knees, knocked knees. What were they doing against Fulham? I saw them watching the ball being stroked around by a team that had been taking beating upon beatings after they had been inflicting 5-0 defeats upon Premier League rivals. They were on the back 3-match losing streak. Arsenal came to a welcoming, warm Craven Cottage, and they were given the literal run around by Raul Red Card Jimenez. Some defenders I've never clapped eyes on. Bassi, he might as well have been Shirley Bassey. This song Arsenal been singing, me no deal with it. Me no in it. Arteta, your managerial chops are in the dock. Have you got a plan B, C, D, E, F, G? You need to be singing a different tune, I say. It's the Reason Boss podcast. Martinelli, Saka, you're tired. You're a quality player. You're a quality player. But if you continue to be flogged, are you being flogged, Saka? Can you speak up? Can you speak? Like, share, and subscribe. Well, go on. Do you need backup? Do you need support? Because the day follows night, I'm hearing that you will not say, Gaffer, I don't think I'm going to be able to give you 110% today. Just don't have it in the legs. I don't think Saka's that kind of guy. Youthful exuberance, indefatigability, never say die. Rewind, we're ready to go. But this battery is in need of some juice. Hello, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Could it? I'm just out something. Have mercy. Hallelujah. With well, I never. Well, I never. Look
See,
at
bad
it, viewers. There's the Gunners flag. Well, like, share, and subscribe, viewers. We've got an Arsenal fan in the building, and if I'm not mistaken, he's a friendly face I've seen once or twice before. This is my erstwhile friend, though will we remain friend after this podcast? We'll see. Mr. Ashaye, a musician, a scholar, a psychologist, and a Gunners fan, a man for all season. You're in the dock, Trevor. Thank you very much for appearing. The floor is going to be yours. I thought I was on a solo mission. I thought I had to go scouring the country, north, south, east, and west for a Gunners fan to stand up. The floor is yours, Mr. Shire. Am I and other fans of Arsenal and we've got to be fair, haters of Arsenal. But the question is Arteta and Arsenal in the dock, in the spotlight, seemingly because they can't handle the pressure, and it is pressure in the hardest league in the world, on knock knees now in plain sight, Trevor. The floor is yours, and if you give me any foolishness, rap, like, share, and subscribe. It's the Reason Boss Podcasts. He better be coming up with something, because I've got the 2x4 for him. Mr. Shire, welcome to the Reason Boss Podcast.
Yeah, thank you for allowing me to be on this platform. Look, life is pressure, man. I mean, the league is a lot better and stronger than it was last season, right? Will people agree to that?
Hold on, wait a minute. I've got to pull him up, viewers and subscribers, early doors. It's the 3:30 at Kempton. What did you just say? I don't want to misread you. Did you just say that the Premier League is harder than last season? Is that what you just said?
Well, people were saying that if we won it last season, it wouldn't mean nothing to them, the rivals, because everybody weren't on form. So now everybody is on form and they're all ready to win something. So we've got to look at it from that point as well. But everyone's disregarding that and saying that, oh, well, that doesn't matter. The point is, we are, that was last season, this is this season, which is fair enough. But it's a lot tougher this season. Everybody's up for it. As last season, many weren't up for it. And that's why a lot of...
I don't want to mess with your program. I tell you what, I've got some viewers already in the chat area. I don't know if you've got visual, but DNA in the house, DNA football. Big up yourself. DNA saying Arsenal's in trouble. Laugh out loud. And then DNA saying it's getting harder every year. I beg to differ with yourself and DNA with all due respect. One, this season, let's be crystal clear, it's a scrap. Often, many seasons, the footballing season in Premier League is often a scrap. Last year, Arsenal and Man City were the outstanding teams, I think, by common consent. No doubt about it. No Arsenal, no Premier League fight. But this season, in this scrap, where Arsenal have not produced that ring, crowd-busting performance and string of performances like last year, they're in a scrap. But in a scrap where you've not played your best football and to find yourself top of the Premier League with a couple of chances to return to the summit, points in the bank. You don't win anything, as Klopp said. You don't win anything for being top at Christmas. But if you've got points in the bag, you've got Fulham, you've got West Ham, and you turn up and you lose both games to these characters, I don't know if you're going to say this season is harder. Haaland injured, Kevin De Bruyne injured, Foden, Bob at Man City coming to the fore, Liverpool injuries left, right, and centre, Spurs injuries, and yet they're flying high, 1 point behind us. I don't want any excuses. We are in a scrap. Are we ready for the scrap? Saka on the right-hand side, knackered. Odegaard popping passes left, right, and centre and going nowhere. Where are our forwards? I've got to hail up my cousin Dennis from Jamaica. He told me at the start of the season, Arsenal do not have any strikers. I said, rewind and come again. Don't be cheeky. Don't be rude. Don't be feisty. He said it again. Arsenal have no strikers. And that is the kind of team they are. They're good, but they're good without strikers. Who are Gabriel Jesus? Oh God, oh God. They're in a bag of trouble, by the way, Brazil. And where was Eddie Nketiah? A living statue. Trevor, speak and let me check out what's going on in the replies. This season is a scrap, but Aston Villa, Spurs, Liverpool, Man City. Listen, the toughest will survive. I'm not sure if we're going to be tough enough. Trevor, are we tough enough to survive? This is a scrap. Come on, man. It's a close call. 5 points at the
Yeah,
top of the table. Are we going to
I,
finish
I,
top? I've got my
I,
severe doubts.
I agree. Of course, it is definitely a scrap. Definitely, no doubt about it. Are we going to sit here and pretend that the rest of the teams are no good? They've stepped up. Simple as that. And if we're going by last season, we didn't really have a test. Really, I mean, we had a kind of little bit of a free ride sort of thing, and a lot of people said that. I mean, if people are going to come back on track and say, "Oh no, that's not the case," but it was the case. I mean, Liverpool weren't in it. All them guys weren't in it. Chelsea still ain't in it. Man United, yeah. So this season, yeah, Liverpool are definitely looking very strong. Nobody's going to sit there and pretend, and that isn't the case. And yeah, Aston Villa. I mean, we're hearing we shouldn't we should have kept Emery, which is a ridiculous statement. I mean, yeah, he's doing very well, but he had to go away to come back. Now he's doing well.
I
If he had
agree.
stayed at
I
Arsenal,
agree.
what would have happened? He would have been the what's it called, the bogeyman after that, wouldn't he? Because if he had stayed, because remember his last period with Arsenal, he was starting to, he wasn't winning. We lost the, was it European League? Was it not
Europa.
Europa League? So, and then people started cursing him and cussing him out, and all of a sudden people got short memories. You know what I mean? We've got short
Well, short
memories.
memories. The short memories to a degree. I'm just checking the sections. DNA. Big up yourself, DNA football. I'm a big football fan, and I'm seeing which way he's swaying. Because every time Arsenal get a detrimental result, he asks me simply, "What a go on?" And he's right to ask, "Why are we tripping up again and tripping up again?" He said other footballing teams have had their injuries. He's predicting Arsenal will finish third or second, which I believe is generous at this moment in time. And he said Aston Villa won't win the league. I agree with that. We're all in agreement. Probably. Do you think Aston Villa is going to win the league, Trev?
No, 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 no,
No. You see, you
no,
screw up your face and said no, no, no. But
no, no, no.
they're in it and they're making a fight of it. Douglas Luiz, Watkins, Bailey, Diaby, they are standing up and being counted. Arsenal, where is innocent? Is Arteta the man for the job? Does he have a plan B? Does he have the kahunas to tell Saka, hold
Okay,
tight, hold
okay,
tight? I'm gonna get somebody to step in for you because you're flagging. I know you
okay,
want to play, but you're flagging. Is the game
okay,
afoot? Is the game
okay.
afoot? Martinelli hooked. Saka hooked. Can't get free. And did you see the game against Fulham, Trevor? Are you not apoplectic? Did you not see the game against Fulham? Watching the
Look,
Fulham players knocking the ball around left, right, and centre. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The game could be afoot. They're in the dock on the Reason Boss podcast. Speak.
okay, you said is Arteta the man for the job? Okay, if he's not for the man for the job, who is? I mean, who's next? Who would you put in place?
Man City or Liverpool, by the way, for me, those are the two best teams. Listen, at the moment for this season, they're looking well set DNA. Who would I get to replace Arteta? I'll tell you straight. I am looking for someone to replace Arteta right now. I am willing to trust the process and give him time. Let me be crystal clear. Like, share, and subscribe. It's the Reason Boss podcast. Shooting from the hip and shooting from the lip. You're in tune with me and Mr. Trevor Ashire, who we want to hear something about his music because he's a musical maestro, you know. He's got a bit of culture about him. But right now, he's trying to tread water because let me tell you, Arteta needs to footballing chops. Why is he not making the substitutions and making the calls and getting the Arsenal players to chill? He loves the players. I love Arteta for saying this word, love. I love my players. I trust my players. I love my players. I love that last season. This season, I think he needs to take out the belt and he needs to get firm and make some tough decisions. And at the same time, because it's a balancing act. Look at Klopp. Klopp is a tough manager, but a loving manager. I think we've got players who can play football. We can play ball. Maybe they're just under too much pressure, and Arteta is screwing up his face a bit too much, thinking You should be doing something more. Do it, do it, do it. They're not clearly doing it. Something has gone wrong in the works. The chassis now work. The axle needs some oiling. Mr. Arteta, the floor is yours. Mr. Ashaye, you are standing in for Mr. Arteta. Speak. He needs to bring it and bring it quick and fast.
Look, I mean, you everyone can blow hot air as much as they want, but look, it's not easy. It's not easy.
No, it's
And
not.
look,
It's not easy.
it's a long season. You know what I mean? 2 games and everybody's like,
Halfway
I
point.
mean, Chelsea. Look at what was going on with them, losing wholly per games, and now all of a sudden they're winning. We're back on top. We're gonna do this. I mean, this is how it just goes with football. 1 minute, and look at Man United. 1 minute, yeah, we got our Man United back, and then now lose. Come on. I mean, this is pack and parcel of what football's all about. 1 minute you're doing well, and then next minute, as soon as you do 1 or 2 games, that's it. It's the end of the story for everybody. I'm not well. I'm not a panicking person in that way. Anyway, it's a game of football. I'm enjoying it. We're doing. I think he's doing a good job. And okay, there's a few things that we have to resolve. That's no, nobody's arguing that point.
Can you
But
give
to
us a
then,
few? Don't bypass that. Can you give us a few of these things that need to be improved or worked upon so we can actually see if they're worked upon, and do these things include Mr. Arteta? I see in the comment
well,
section,
well,
Arsenal do have injuries. Yes, DNA, we do have injuries at Arsenal, and Mr. Klopp is coming with the tough style, but he's still got that beautiful balance that has got Liverpool purring. What are those changes, Mr. Arteta, that need to be made so I can keep an eye, and viewers and subscribers can keep an eye on these changes to see if the second part of the season is in contrast, and I hope a stark contrast to the first?
oh
Speak.
God. Look, Klopp had last season, wasn't he going through the same kind of thing?
Big time problems he was going through, but he did something. Clearly, we see what's happened.
Right,
He did
right,
something,
right.
didn't he? Boy,
And
did he
this,
do something.
yeah, and this is Arteta's first kind of real taste, isn't it? I mean, okay, everyone's saying, oh, he should have come in running, but of course he wasn't going to do that because half the time everyone's saying he was just a cone handler. So now all of a sudden he's kind of getting that experience. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of really last season and this season is now his first time really tasting that kind of pressure of how to, because before he was at the bottom of the table, getting that pressure, learning how to stay up. Now he's got there. Now he's got to sort of adapt and learn. He's learning on the job. It's as simple as that.
Well, you see, you say as simple as that. What are the changes that you, as an Arsenal fan, are looking to see? Klopp clearly from
Okay,
last season made
it's
some big
not
changes,
okay.
and we were top last season. We were top and heading the Premier League last season. So
Yeah,
Arteta
we
had
were
the
top. People,
experience.
people,
Let's not smooth that over.
keep, yeah, but hold on. People keep saying we were at the top last season, but we didn't win it. I mean, we were at the top. Yeah, we were, but we didn't win it though, did we?
We didn't. So we experienced being at the top and maybe not handling the pressure in the home straight. The
No,
330
no,
games
but
in the last
hold
couple of
on.
furlongs. That's
Man
when you need to
City,
put in the work. Caymanas
but
Park, same things
look, but
apply.
hold on. But Man City are not on the top constantly. Look where they are. Look where they were last season. They didn't mind not being sitting at the top constantly all the way through the season,
Whoa, whoa,
and they
whoa,
still
whoa, whoa,
won it.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this is why I'm glad that this man's on. Where is he? This one here, Mr. Ashai. But you're digging. He's good at digging. So you're saying, Trevor, or are you saying, just keep watching Arsenal? Halfway, season's not over. Don't worry. It's not the race for the swift, but that who can endure to the end. Are you saying we should keep our eye on Arsenal because they're going to be fighting back in the home straight? Is that what you're really saying, Trevor? I am not so sure at this moment in time. I'm keeping a watching critical brief.
Okay, all right. Let's just say they're terrible. They're not going to do anything. I mean, what do you want to? What do you want to hear? I mean, I don't get it because I'm trying to put down some reasonable points, but then it's a case of, well, are you saying? I mean, either I'm saying that or I'm saying they can't do nothing. Which one? I mean, we're putting up an
What do
argument here.
no what let me be crystal clear. I would like from you, your good self, Mr. Shire, what do you look to see, or what would you like to see from Arsenal and Arteta
Right.
to see this second half of the season produce a combative Arsenal that you suggest Though they're not top of the table now, not a crime. By the end of the season, you'll see the full flavour of Arsenal. Win, lose, or draw. We will see Arsenal with head, chin, and chest out high. Give me those key factors, those key changes that a man like Klopp made at Liverpool. But we're keeping it strictly Arsenal. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, well, I'm not a manager of a team, so uh, I can't say. Look, the thing is this. Yeah, I want to. The changes I want to see is in the players. It's not a case of look, Arteta can only say so much. You train someone and you put them out there, and they don't do what you planned and you've gone through the week, and then next minute everyone's going to say to you, "Oh, you see, you're no good." You're going to say, "Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I've trained them to do this." So the next point is this: the players, as far as I'm concerned, there's a few guys who've got to just step up. As simple as that. I mean, look, Saka can't do it all by himself. That's fair dues. We're not looking at Martinelli. Yeah, he can't do it all by himself neither. Jesus, as great as everybody loves him, he can't do it by himself. So there's got to be a lot of stepping up from everyone else. You know what I'm saying? We all got to show our quality. If we're saying we got an 11 that play, let's think of it that way, than opposed to certain people on the pitch have to be the ones to carry it. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And that's my thing. I feel the players have to start really raising their game, because at the end of the day, there's only so much inspired talk you can give to someone. But if they don't go out and do it, and then you're going to turn around and blame the manager. Okay, cool. That's the person who's paid to get that. But you got to remember one thing: those players didn't leave it on the pitch. Simple as that.
Listen, I'm giving you their like, share, and subscribe. It's the Reason Buzz podcast. Arsenal in the dock, fair or unfair. DNA has made a very good point, and this is something that I raised at the start of the podcast. Let me put this to you, Mr. Shea. Do Arsenal simply not have, despite the additions of a Declan Rice, Doff Cap, Kai Havertz, I've got a half salute there. I've got a half salute. But do we simply need, as DNA Sports has said, football said, big up DNA football. We need a midfielder, and we need a striker. We need additions to what we have at the moment. Would you agree? Or do you think we've got enough in the camp to do us proud?
I'm not too bothered about it, because we make chances. I would more go from what the analysis has come up with constantly, especially in the last 2 weeks, that we definitely need someone. Like I was listening to Kevin Campbell today. We need like Ian Wright and Terry Henry type player who would just come in and take those chances that are made, and they hit the target. The players we've got at the moment, I mean, they all skillful technically and everything, but they're very good at just technical stuff and hitting. But to kill that ball in, that's something that killer instinct is what they're missing. You know what I mean? It's basically me, a striker, like they say, Henry or Righty type. It's done. We're kicking it. That's all I know. And nobody can say nothing after that, because all the chances, I keep hearing is about all the chances that have been made and it hasn't been taken. They said, yeah, well, within the match we made this and so yeah, okay, cool, but that doesn't win the game. We basically have the option. The striker is the thing. I mean, I didn't agree at first, but now I've got to say yes, definitely, because we make chances. Let's put a striker in there. Come on, what are we waiting for?
Listen, for respect. You see, we're never too old. I was telling the missus today, we're never too old to learn. Cannot depend. DNA is just backing up what we're saying. We cannot depend on not Christ above, but we cannot depend on Gabriel Jesus alone. No, I saw Gabriel tracking back, tackling in the opponent's corner flag, trying to get in the opponent's corner flag, you know, the other end of the pitch. He's a striker. I put my hands to my head, or my head to my hands, which I tell you, I was confused. He'd come on as a second half substitute to add some fire against Fulham, I had to shake my head. Trevor, at this moment, can you just get a little time to big up your musical creative side, sir? I know that you belong to a group. I know that you're a bit low profile, but things are going in for you, and maybe that gives a context to the viewers and subscribers out here when they get a flavor to where you're coming from, because the name of your band itself and group gives a lot of insight into your over maybe optimism, but you've also got a tinge of reality. So big up yourself there, sir. Yeah, man, got you.
Yeah, I don't know. I would prefer to have a platform where I'm talking about, because this is kind of me. But yeah, okay. Insight. But you got the link. You can um, hold that link. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I
I,
haven't got a link on me, but it's
no
on
problem.
YouTube. If you look for Insight, but then no, you need the link. You need, because there's a lot of insights that will come up, and a lot of people always say to me, "Yeah, but you say Insight." Yeah, so you need the link. So if you can put the link up for them, I appreciate that.
I will endeavor to do that in this broadcast, and I will endeavor to send and get that information out with the link. Yes, the
Yeah,
link itself.
and no
I will.
talking about Arsenal on that site, please. This is music.
All right. What wonderful. Well, I tell you what, I don't know to the viewers and subscribers if it's music to their ears. I mean, there are a lot of detractors out there who simply have it in for Arsenal. As I said last season, no Arsenal, no Premier League title push. Why do people hate seemingly Arsenal so much? It seems as though your opinion is that I'm feeling is people are coming down a little bit too harshly on Arsenal. What about Aston Villa? What about Man United? What about Spurs? What is it about Arsenal? Did we just play too much of attractive football? Do we offer too much hope for people? And it's the hope oftentimes that kills. Oh God.
Um, there's many things. I mean, I mean, there's a dark side of it,
Oh,
but I'm not going to get into that bit.
oh,
But yeah, I don't know. I think maybe people see Arsenal as arrogant. I remember once somebody told me that the reason they couldn't support Arsenal because of the kit, they were too flashy, the way it looks, and I thought, "Oh, but that's crazy. I mean, what's that got to do with the football? You don't like the kit because they look like you know what I mean? They're being so flashy. I mean, geez, come on." But that's just one thing. I mean, there's loads of other reasons, obviously. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even concerned. I don't really care. The more you hate, the way I see things, the more you hate what I do or what someone does, that should fuel you as that person to be stronger and carry on doing your thing. Longer it's not hurting anyone, but it's just because there's always people that just want to put other people down that are doing something. It's as simple as that. If you're doing
ah,
something, and somebody ain't doing just as well as you, they're gonna say, yeah, you know what, this person. It's just the human nature thing with some people, yeah. So
that's the psychology in you. And I must say, the reason boss concurs and adheres to that particular approach. Sometimes people have got their own insecurities and shortcomings, and they see and get a chance to project onto others their own
yeah,
insecurities and if
yeah,
and what might have been. Arsenal are in it, trying their level best in arguably the toughest league in the world. They're producing football that people remember, and when they're not producing and they start to misfire by their own high standards, it's a chance to jump on board. Rather, we should celebrate the fact that these guys are not robots. They are human beings. The manager,
mm,
kit staff, and that goes right throughout the Premier League. All of these guys are producing, expected to produce day in, day out, week in, week out, but they're not robots, but they offer arguably some of the finest drama and football in the world. We're going to wrap up, approaching the half an hour mark. Mr. Shire, thank you very much, DNA, and all viewers and subscribers watching live or more likely in the rerun. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe free of charge, and give the reason boss and Tinley Winks reason boss and Rich Post Sports as strength. Mr. Shire, I'm glad that I didn't have to go searching high and low for you. You came up of your free will, and I'm glad that you have represented Arsenal with due respect. No doubt you will be back. I hope I would invite you back for another podcast where we can get further insights into how Arsenal are doing. But with the likes of the FA Cup against Liverpool coming up this Sunday, it may not be the first team for Arsenal, may not be the first team for Liverpool. They've got bigger fish to fry. What would you like to see 2024 for the Arsenal? Realistically, though, who are we not to dream? We can dream. Let me just read out this last comment by DNA before you come up with your conclusion. Mr. Trevor, respect each and every time. Arsenal always have a good start, but they need good finishing touches. DNA, a point and points well made. The floor is yours, Mr. Shaif. Thank you very much for coming on. The Reason Boss, by the way, wants Arsenal to be challenging tooth and nail and showing people that they've got the cojones to go toe to toe with the Liverpools, the Aston Villa. I commend Douglas Luiz. I commend Watkins and the whole Aston Villa army. Of course, the Manchester City monster is going to be on a roll. And I tell you what, any team that finishes ahead of them and Liverpool are worthy Premier League title and trophy champions, no doubt about it. But I just want Arsenal to check themselves, look at each other in the mirror and say, look, we can play. Let's go and play some ball. Let's take the handbrake off and let's not overthink this thing. Let's not. They seem to be overthinking against Fulham. How can you have 77 touches in a penalty area against West Ham without scoring a solitary goal, and then go to Fulham, score a goal after 5 minutes? Saka looked like he was almost what? Well, this is pretty easy. What's the big idea? What's nothing to shout about? I'm a bit embarrassed. He went on to be embarrassed because they couldn't score a goal for love nor money for the rest of the game. Oh God! Come on, Arsenal. Don't overthink this thing, man, and do yourself justice, guys. We love you same way, man, but go and play your football. Enjoy your football. Leave it on the pitch. No excuses guaranteed. We still love you, and you know you're still ahead of the learning curve. Trevor, the floor is yours, and we lock off. Go ahead, sir.
No, I just basically want us to win. I'm looking at least get two competitions under our belt, at least. That's for me. That's what I'm looking. 2 competitions under our belt, at least. I know that I was arguing. Well, I wasn't arguing. I was talking to someone else. They said, "Oh, we got to win it all." I said, "Come on." I said, "Come on. We're not Man City yet.
You got
We're
me
not
coughing.
Man City.
Oh, God.
We're not Man City yet. We got to learn to, walk before you can run, and we're doing that. I'm good. Like I said, 2 trophies. I want to see 2 trophies, at least 2 competitions. 2 competitions under the belt.
Well, we got the Community Shield, man. Are you including the Champions League? We've not even touched that. Are you including the Champions League, or are you expecting a result at the Emirates against Liverpool in the FA Cup? Oh God!
Listen, you just mentioned a trophy that everyone disses us for talking about. I'm not going to bring that. I'm not even going to mention it. Just because I don't. Everybody come in the chat and say, look, you see, there's a Mickey Mouse things they're going on with. So, okay, I'm talking about the trophies now. Within this arena, the important ones, yeah? That's the 2s. I'm talking about getting some, 2 trophies out of that selection. So, that's me.
Mr. Shea has spoken. We salute for coming into the arena. The Lions Den. This has been the Reason Boss podcast, Arsenal in the dock. I think we can say there's been possible acquittal. We can say they are not going to jail. We're going to let them out on probation for good behavior and time well spent. Saved by the bell. Answer that phone. Peace and love. The Reason Boss out. Like, share, subscribe in the rerun. Big up yourself, Trevor. Big up yourself. Peace and love. DNA and all viewers, one love. Arsenal, we love you. We love you, Arteta. We believe in you, man. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh.